What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the next Blueprint Masterclass, and today we're talking all about Queen Charge, but more importantly, which equipments and which pets to use on your heroes for Queen Charge here at Town Hall 16. So let's jump straight into it because we got a lot of stuff to discuss today. Now, we're going to be talking specifically about Queen Charge, and so I've got this broken down into 4 different sections, basically, because I know a lot of you guys do different types of Queen Charge attacks, and the equipment you're going to use and the pets you're going to use change depending on what sort of Queen Charge attack you're doing. I can show you basically the armies that I've got cooked up here. Army number 1 is like Queen Charge Super Dragons, but whether you're using Super Dragons, E-Dragons, normal dragons, pretty much all going to be the same. Army number 2 is Queen Charge Lalo, my personal favorite. Army number 3, Queen Charge Hybrid. And if you're doing Queen Charge Hog Riders, it's pretty much going to be similar to what you're going to be using for Queen Charge Hybrid. And then the 4th one, Queen Charge Root Riders, which also would be Queen Charge Dragon Riders. You would pretty much use the same equipment, same pets. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to look at all 4 armies. So let's go ahead and jump into this right away. I don't want to waste any of your guys' time. And the main focus of this video is honestly going to be the Grand Warden and whether you should be using the Rage Gem, the Life Gem, or the Healing Tome. And hint, it changes depending on what attack you're doing. So I'm going to show you this same attack with the Grand Warden using all 3 of those different equipment so you can see the difference for yourself. Now, we're going to be running the Eternal Tome on pretty much every attack. That equipment's too good to not use. Then this first attack here, we got the Rage Gem on the Warden, and so the Rage Gem allows these Super Dragons to do 50% extra damage, not extra movement speed, just extra damage once they're sitting on a defense when they're not raged up in a rage spell. That's key. It does not stack with the rage spell, so there are pros and cons to the Rage Gem. The Rage Gem is going to work best on units that have a ton of HP, such as dragons, super dragons, E-Dragons, dragon riders, root riders, because the Life Gem would cap out. Okay, if the Life Gem caps out, well, then you might as well be using something else because you're not getting maximum value from it. Rage, pop the Warden ability, and this time we got the Healing Tome. Now the trick with the Healing Tome, it's more skill based because the Rage Gem, it's just passive the whole time, but the Healing Tome only is effective on the units that are inside the Warden aura at the exact moment you hit his ability. So you have to be very careful when you hit the ability, when you're using the Healing Tome. That's where all the skill comes from. You have to pop it at the perfect time. Make sure as many dragons or as many units as possible are in that Healing Tome. That's how you're going to benefit the most from it. Now we're going to drop the dragons with just the Life Gem. No Healing Tome, no Rage Gem. Everything else the same. Free spell the same. Stone Slammer pops. Rage, Warden ability the same. We're raging through. I'll fast forward a little bit. We get through. Now look, even with the Life Gem and the extra HP, it's capped for Super Dragons. So they're only getting what, like 725 max HP extra, but it's capped. And so I do think the Healing Tome could be way more effective for Super Dragons. I'm trying everything I can here to keep them alive. I mean, invis spells, whatever. And the Warden's already dead. The dragons are just thinning out like crazy. I dropped the King the same way, so Queen goes inside. One more invis. The dragons, luckily, thanks to that invis, are going to get the extra eagle, but they're both on 1 HP. I mean, they die right afterwards. For Queen Charge Lalo, you're pretty much always going to want the Gauntlet, the Rage Vial on the King, the standard stuff on the Queen, for now, until you get the new equipment, and the standard stuff on the Grand Warden as well. The reason being the Life Gem for the balloons is so important, guys. Like, so important. So for Queen Charge Lalo, the Life Gem is actually so important on the Grand Warden. So let's just check it out. Not gonna waste too much time, and I haven't actually even practiced on this base, so you guys are seeing me hit it fresh, although it's pretty similar to some Legends bases that are pretty common. I think I have a good kind of rough plan for it. But we'll see how it goes. Life Gem on the Grand Warden. Cruising. Yeah, I think it's going to be clear who's the winner this time. I think it's going to be really clear who the winner is. See, after I practice it a few times with the Life Gem, it's just overkill. I can swag Warden ability with the Life Gem. I couldn't do that with the other equipments. Alright, good. So that goes to show you guys, I'm pretty confident in saying Life Gem is the best for doing Lalo with the Grand Warden. Better than the Healing Tome, better than the Rage Gem. So keep that in mind. Hybrid and Hogs, Healing Tome, Apprentice Warden combo. I would say consider the Diggy on the Grand Warden more times than using the than using the Poison Lizard, although both of them are decent options. One thing I want to cover, because I didn't really talk about it much, I'm still using the Unicorn on pretty much every single Queen Charge attack. I still think this is the best case scenario. Even if you're going up against a Ricochet Cannon early and the Unicorn dies, it might save you that first Rage spell and you can delay it. There's really no other pet that's good on the Queen right now. Maybe the Phoenix, but I still think Phoenix is better with the King. The King just gets such good value sometimes because of the Phoenix. So I would still stick with the Unicorn on the Queen. Even if Unicorn dies early sometimes, it can still save you a spell. Lastly, Queen Charge Lalo Life Gem on the Grand Warden. No doubt about it. It's the best case scenario. In certain very specific situations, Rage Gem and Healing Tome might get good value, but Life Gem way more versatile in almost every situation. And lastly, Queen Charge Root Riders or Dragon Riders. They're pretty much the same thing. You saw me just absolutely crush that base, but I think Healing Tome is going to be best if you have no healing spell. If you are bringing a healing spell, then consider doing just Rage Gem. But I don't think Life Gem is going to be good for Root Riders. So there you guys have it. There is the best hero equipments, pet combinations to be using on all your Queen Charge attacks. Hopefully this has been very beneficial to you guys. Make sure you rewatch some of those attacks if you need to see why I was using certain equipments, certain pets, and let us know if you have any questions. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next masterclass.